I'm Philomena, founder of Kin Apparel. I love my natural hair, but not what hoodies and hats were doing to it. So I made
What is up, everyone? Welcome to another stream. This one is going to be real fun. I've actually been really looking forward to this one for a while. Today, we're going to be playing Gran Turismo 2 Project A-Spec. I have been saving this for you guys. It's been really hard for me to not play this game live or do any videos of it and even really play it at all, other than just testing it out on certain little projects I've been doing. So I'm very excited to finally get to play this game and enjoy it fully, other than just buying a starter car, going through a couple license tests just to make sure everything worked. I've installed 1.1.1 on my Steam Deck. I have actually created a physical disc of 1.1.1, and then I intended to use my PS2, but the issue is the disc I bought was one of those discs where you could print a label on it, and it's just a touch too tall for the PS2, so it doesn't fit. It actually won't read the disc not because there's anything wrong with it, but because the disc is too tall. So I'm gonna do a follow-up video to that at some point, because I think it'd be pretty slick to have Project A-Spec on physical hardware. But anyway, today we're gonna be playing Project A-Spec. We're gonna start our playthrough. I'm sorry, I might have some pauses here. I just ate dinner, so I apologize in advance for any sort of hiccups or coughs or anything like that. As I tend to get a bit of a coughing fit after I eat for some reason. It's been like that ever since I had COVID, years ago. But yeah, I'm really excited to bring this to you guys. I have been so eager to play this video game on stream for you guys and show it off to the world. For a brief synopsis before we get to rolling into this game, this is a really cool mod made by a full development team, one of them being named Computer, who reached out to me back in, I think, 2023. About doing a video or a couple of videos on the pre-release version of the mod in its original 1.0 state. And I jumped all over it. I was playing through Gran Turismo 2 Plus at the time and was just a big fan of that project. So I was like, heck yeah, throw me the keys. I want in on this. And I did some videos on it. They were probably the biggest, best performing gaming videos on. I think there actually are the number one and number two best performing videos ever posted on this channel. So I'm very excited to bring this to you guys in its new state with all the new stuff they've added. So I guess without further ado, after I answer this Snapchat message, my buddy just sold one of his cars, and he's a little heartbroken. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna boot up Duck Station. I've already got my controller set up. I've literally been looking forward to this for a long time, but I wanted to save this for you guys. So yeah, let me get that loaded up. And let's get into it. Let's see here if that works. That does not appear to work. All right, give me just a moment. Let me... Oh, never mind. There it is. Okay. So text-to-speech will not be working on this one. I only ever have text-to-speech working on my PS5 because I stream directly from it, and it's an option. So I'll be reading your chat myself. Now, of course, that's not an issue because this game's not in VR. So yeah, we're getting loaded up into the game. I love this custom title screen. It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I've seen this a lot. This has probably been the thing I've seen the most of this game. I've really been trying to save playing it for you guys so we can play together. My computer is really loud in my ears right now. Load times are a little bit slow. Okay, there we go. All right. So some of the stuff they've added, you might notice right away, the Tune Shop. This was not here before. But you got parts, you've got wheels, you've got models, and you've got a lot of shops here. Some of the ones I can make out right away is Alpina and Apt, which are, of course, as a German enthusiast myself, that is an Audi and a BMW tuner. Love both of them. We have Epexi, which I didn't know sold cars. So this is the Momo Corsa Apex MR2. So I guess some of these are going to be like GT300 cars from the era that they had their hand in. I know the Cash for Tom Supra was in here because I won't lie, I did pop in here very early today to check it out. We have the Drag 180SX, a car you usually cannot buy here as well. I don't see the other one. I believe there was two HK. The R33, I think it was. Mines, Mugen, Nismo, Saline, Ariana Maya, Pride. I guess I'm just gonna call it Pride. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's an R33. Okay. So we're gonna poke around in here. I'm gonna poke around this game a lot tonight, but plenty of stuff to do. We got Spoon as well, Sard, and TRD. So I'm assuming some of these will unlock at random points. I love this is called the TRD 3000 GT. Like, that's just blows me because obviously the 3000 GT is, in the US at least, a Mitsubishi model. I'm also noticing that the window is a little bit goofed for you guys. I just noticed that, so I apologize. There we go. I'm just going to have to play in windowed mode, I guess, for it to show right for you guys. So I apologize. I know it was a little cut off there. All right, let's have some fun. Let's go get ourselves a car. So I want to poke around a little bit. I want to see what companies have used car lots, because, like, obviously you go Japanese for this stuff. But I do want to see if there's, like, some used lots with some rather affordable cars. I'm going to doubt Audi has anything affordable, but let's just take a peek. Cheapest car they've got is $17K, and it's an A3. So it turns out, I found this out. I'm kind of bummed out about this. The 2.8 in the A4 wasn't a VR6. I'm a VR6 fanboy, so I love that engine, and I found out that it was not, and I was heartbroken over it. The original S3, we have a B5 S4, which, if you guys watch my Plus playthrough, y'all know my feelings towards that car. All right, let's see. See, I've kept myself out of loop on purpose. They might have added some used lots to some of these brands, and I just don't know. Of course, y'all know how to check VW. Let's see. They've got Quaff, who makes differentials now, but apparently they made a car back in the 90s called the R4 GTS, which looks pretty slick, not gonna lie. Reminds me a lot of like the Saline S7, the Saline, I don't know how it's pronounced really, it's constant people fighting over it. Caterham, which is kind of sick. We have the 21 1.8 Super Sport here, which a car I've never heard of actually. Reminds me a lot of like a Viper. Wouldn't be, well, it's definitely not a Viper, but it reminds me a lot of one. Got Marcos, which is a pretty cool brand for some other like big race cars. LM600 road car. This looks kind of crazy. I get TVR Speed 12 vibes from this thing. So a lot of you guys know a lot of cars in A-Spec were completely made from the ground up. Their own data, their own models were handmade. Like, it's super cool stuff. I Gotta give them huge props for this. The car that I'm really excited to try out, obviously other than the 840 Ci being added in here, and I think a couple other BMW models, is the E30 M3. I love this car to death, and it is going to be one of the first things I buy, because I'm just so stoked they added this to the game. It's so cool. And they added the Z3 M Coupe as well, which is also pretty slick. I think we called them the Clown Shoe, I think is what they're nicknamed here. You don't see a whole lot of them, Z3 Coupes in general, let alone M Coupes. So let's see. It doesn't look like we're going to find any brands in Europe that are used lots. MGF and the Minis. I don't really know what the difference between these two is. Like, is this like an old one? Like a true classic Mini? They don't have the model year listed or anything, I don't think. I think this is new. I don't remember this being in the game originally. Alright, let's dip out of here. Let's go find something else. It looks like we're going to go Japanese again. I think we have to. Which, I mean, is not the worst thing ever. Isuzu is in the game now. Doubt we're going to find anything affordable. Yeah. Oh, we can get the Piazza. You can get it. Well, it's not necessarily new, but 8,500 credits, though. It's not really the best car in the world. But anything with Giugiaro behind it is kind of sweet, you know. Alright, Toyota. I don't know what all they've added. We got the Starlet, we got Supras, we got Celicas, we got Chirenos. I'm going to assume this is definitely... Oh, this is an A86, actually. Be really fitting if they had, like, the white and black. They got a Celica GT4 at this price point? I don't remember this being here. But I'm like hard pressed to not pick the GT4. Like, that's such a good car, honestly. And for it being a starter car at that, it's pretty crazy. Let's see, what else is there? Of course, my main go-tos were the Mark III Supra Turbo was usually my go-to for this. A car they added in here is the Eclipse GSX. And I am tempted to pick this one because it is a new car for the game. This was not in the game originally. But I don't know. The Celica GT4 is sick. And I'm going to have plenty of other opportunities to own cars that they added in here. Let's see what's going on in Nissan, maybe. They've got some cool stuff we can look at. The Infiniti G20. The Pulsar, obviously we did a Pulsar last time I played through GT2, so we're going to kind of ignore those. We got plenty of Skyline variants and Stasia variants. Not really feeling any of those. Obviously we can't afford the majority of them. We do have some Infiniti G20s and stuff as well here in the used lineup. We can save some money and just get a G20 from here. Of course, these are non-turbo cars. Despite the 2.0 TE name, I don't think any of them are actually SR20 DET cars. There's the Pulsar, which we used in my last playthrough. And that is that. We get up to a GTST Type M, which is kind of surprising to see this price point as well. I don't know if they've adjusted... Excuse me, my throat's like really cruddy. I don't know if they've adjusted the economy in any way. I don't know. If anyone's watching this, I can't really see. I'm monitoring my OBS. If anyone's wants to give me some advice here, what do y'all think I should pick? Should I do the Eclipse GSX or should I do the Celica GT4? But while I wait on to see some responses to that, I'm gonna go poke around a bit more. We're gonna go to South City. I want to see. I know they added some stuff American. Panos. Oh my goodness. Was this in the game originally? I don't think it was. For those who don't know, I live about an hour and a half away from where Panos was founded. So I get real hype whenever I see a Panos. Were they in the game before? Obviously, Vector was in the game. Don't really care for Vector all that much. It's kind of a brand that I just was like, eh. So we have Vision Industries. Never heard of this company, but it looks like they made concept cars. $2 million credits. This one's 1 million, whatever this one is. The LM edition. The LM edition is cheaper. All right. 800 horsepower though in the 90s is nuts. We got Dodge and Shelby, which I think if I had to guess, Shelby would be like the original Cobra. Maybe. Oh no, actually, the GT350 and GT500, no Cobra. Or is it the special? Oh, the Daytona Coupe. Okay, I like that. I don't know if that was in here before. I don't think it was. The Series 1. This I. Sorry guys, it looks like my internet is not being friendly. We may have this issue throughout this tonight. I apologize. All right. Let's see. I think the only place we haven't checked is West City. I know they made a lot of additions here. All right. We got a lot of cool stuff here. You might notice right away, Alpine and Ferrari. Which this makes my heart happy to see Ferrari in an old GT game. And the F40. I love this car. And they've added it with Rosso Corsa, Giallo Fly, and Narrow Daytona paint options. Plenty of wonderful color options for this car. And the F355 Berlinetta with the F1 transmission. One of my favorite variants of the Ferrari 355. Which is, ironically enough, my favorite V8 Ferrari. I love the F355. So if my inner Ferrari fan is like happy with this. Oh, I just saw the special. I want to see what was in the special lot. And we'll prod around an Alpine for a quick minute. Then I'll actually go pick a car. Oh, yeah, I saw this on their website. Let's see what else is here. Just a couple of F355 race cars. Pretty sweet. Would have been cool to see an F40 LM. But, I mean, beggars can't be choosers. They've done a lot of good work with this. Alpine, we got the A110, we've got the A310, and the GTA, which is a car I've never heard of, the GTA. I've heard of these two because they were both in GT5 and 6, but not this one. Alright, I think it's time to go buy a car and like actually play the game. I've been doing this for almost 20 minutes already and I haven't even done anything. So let's go. I think I'm gonna go with the Celica. I didn't see any responses from chat to advise me on that, so I'm going to go ahead and go with the Celica GT4. It's kind of a broken car to have this early in the game, honestly. This is a different one. The one I saw was red. Is this not the same car? Oh, there it is. Duh. Alright, it's going to take up every cent we have, but... We have a Celica GT4. All right. Let's prod around in the tune shop, see what I can do with 100 credits. So this just opens up the generic tune shop that you've always had. I highly doubt there's anything we can do with 100 credits, but it's nice to look around. Yeah, see, we're gonna need some more cash in the future. Alright. Let's go race this thing. See what she can do. It's my understanding they added some more events as well, but I'm not entirely sure on that. We're way too early to be here. Alright. So let's see. Some of the lineup here, the lineup looks the same right now. I don't think there was a fourth page. Supercar Festival, I'm 99% sure is new. I don't remember Supercar Festival being a part of GT2 originally, or Plus for that matter. But let's get started with what we can do first before we have to go and do some license tests and stuff. Good old Let's Tahiti Road Race. This was always a good starting point for the game here. You already know I'm playing this in manual. Let's see. I'm hoping the analog stick works because the last few times I've tried to play like through the menus with this, the thumbstick hasn't worked. Okay, we're good. Sounds just like it did in GT4. Oh man, I forgot about the copyrighted music. Oh gosh, I'm gonna talk over this the whole time. Okay, the OBS studio notified me it disconnected. We're back on though. Really wish I knew. Let me see something really fast. Aim up my Wi-Fi antennas on my computer. Maybe that'll help. It keeps dropping for some reason. I really don't know what to do about that. Oh my. Eventually this will stop dropping the signal on me. I really don't know why it keeps doing it. It's like as soon as I start playing the game, it starts dropping. Like, I don't know, guys. That's pretty obnoxious. I don't know if it's because I have the bit rate really high, and I did it on purpose to try to help with some of this issue. Because I have it at like 60,000 kilobytes per second, and it recommends 6,800. So I'm trying, guys. I don't know why it keeps dropping, but we're gonna just kind of, I guess, fight through it as much as we can. But as soon as I hit play, it started dropping the connection on me again. I don't know what is causing that. I wish I knew. See, I don't get it. If I pause the game, it stops. But the moment I hit continue, it starts dropping again, and it drops like every couple of seconds. I'm gonna Google this, just really fast, because it's really annoying. I'm trying to figure it out. Because all it just says is poor internet connection, and I'm just like, then why is it stopping when I pause the game, and as soon as I hit continue, it starts doing it again? Like, I really don't know. I'm gonna pull up my monitor. That's content manager for Assetto Corsa. Come on. So I'm getting irritated now. I'm not trying to play Assetto right now. Try to see if I can monitor something related to like CPU temp or something's going on with my processor or something. But it's showing 10% utilization right now, so I really don't know. But it's incredibly frustrating because I'm just trying to play this for you guys. But this is honestly why I don't live stream a lot from my computer, is because of this issue. We ran into it with Assetto when I did the Assetto Evo stream. Yeah, I genuinely don't know. Let's just keep on, I guess. I really can't do anything about it, it seems like. So I'm just gonna apologize. Just, I guess, gonna be choppy a little bit until I can figure this out. I really wish I knew. It's incredibly frustrating, though. I hope it doesn't do this. All right, moving on to lap 2. See, now I can't concentrate on driving because it keeps doing this, and I'm just. Like that, because I've been getting more freaking blue screens too. I apologize for the constant dinging. That's related directly to OBS. See if I can open Ryzen Master and kind of watch this, I guess. It's not really helping me with with monitoring things, I guess. See what happens as soon as I hit play. See, I'm getting beat by a freaking Lupo because I can't pay attention because OBS keeps disconnecting me. Okay, I gotta figure out how to mute these freaking notifications because it's driving me insane. Like, it's just genuinely frustrating me. I don't know if I can change the bitrate right now because I'm actively in the middle of a stream. Let's see. I changed the encoder preset, but it's showing me the same thing it's been this whole time. But I'm trying to figure out how to disable the disconnect and stuff because that's getting really annoying. I don't know how to disable that. I'm trying to change some settings here to try to help with this. I'm trying to disable the little alerts because that's really... I apologize, guys. I'm trying here. I don't know why I'm having issues with streaming tonight. Looks like the bitrate slowed down to about what it recommends. I'm hoping that that will help a little bit. I guess let's just see. Maybe my internet just can't handle super high bit rates like that. That seemed to help because we were able to actually finish the race. I'm going to see if I can disable the in-game BGM. I wish Computer was in here watching because he usually is. If he could tell me how to disable that. That way I can... what was I going to say? Get the BGM like muted. Only in race though. Like I don't mind like the menu BGM and stuff playing. So I know the quality probably just dropped a substantial bit, guys, from changing the bit rate, but it's obvious that my internet just can't handle 60,000 something kilobytes per second bit rate. So I apologize. Let's see. I mean, that would explain why I was having issues playing Assetto too. Let's see. I'm gonna back out of here real fast. We'll see if it's in the settings, maybe. I can go in the settings and or options and fix that. Doesn't look like it. I don't want the music altogether gone. I just don't want the in-game BGM being like screw me over here. All right. Yeah, I just turned down the music altogether, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. All right, let's go to move on to our next race then. Seems like kind of figured it out. instinct. I keep doing that. All right, we're moving on to high speed ring. This race is usually a little bit faster than some of the other ones, so we might have to possibly have to upgrade this car. I didn't have to upgrade the Pulsar though, I don't think. So it may not mean needing to do a whole lot here. All right, here we go. High speed ring. It really does sound exactly like it did in GT4. That's so interesting to me. So I mean, the music being turned down kind of helps because I don't have to talk so much over it. But granted, I don't think you could turn it off in the original GT2 either, without muting every song in the game. Which I love the BGM and the menus. So. Back when times were simple and there was no rendered grandstands and stuff on some of these tracks. There wasn't a bridge here. S13's trying to pit maneuver me. Gotta get reacclimated to physics. It's been so long since I've played any of these older GT games. FTO trying to get a run up on the inside. Okay, yeah, this thing's a little underpowered for this. Oh man, that sucks. Okay, I've just fallen to last place with just one corner, and then got it right back. What's up, Paco? See, you've been playing this on your Series S the last couple weeks. That's kind of slick. I always forget people have been able to get emulators running on the Xbox. That's kind of cool. So I don't think us PlayStation guys have that luck. I've been really looking forward to playing this on stream for you guys. I've literally, like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I've avoided this game on purpose. We're going to just miss out on the race win here. I think we need a little bit extra power for this one. Ugh. I remember, though, the Pulsar, I think, struggled with this one, too. All right, let's go back out and go mod this thing. All right. I think I actually set up a new memory card for this just in case I ever did want to return to Plus. I don't think I will, though. Honestly, like, this might actually be my preferred way to play GT2. Just with all the extra content and stuff. Let's go ahead and go see if we can throw some extra power at this Celica. Don't quite know exactly what I'm going to add to it yet. Part of me, obviously the car needs power. It just straight up needs power. Question is, do we go with an exhaust, or do I have enough to do a turbo upgrade now? Like even just the stage 1 turbo. I don't have enough for a stage 1 turbo, but that would only get me 30 horsepower, really. So I'm like, is it worth that? Don't get quite as much with the exhaust, or the intercooler. Let's see what the exhaust does. Almost about 10 horsepower less than the turbo does for the same money. It's only a slight difference to save a couple grand. We're gonna do the semi-racing exhaust. See if there's anything small I can do here to try to get a little bit extra power. Even the ECU is 2 grand. Okay. That might be where we're stuck at for the moment in terms of performance upgrades. Let's see if there's like a base intercooler that wouldn't cost a ton. I'm SOL on that front. It looks like. All right. I guess let's head back out. I've been meaning to download the Spec 2 mod for GT4 too. I've watched a few videos over the randomizer feature. Looks awesome. Only thing that sucks is that the Spec 2 mod is based on the online public beta disc, which is extremely hard to come by a trustworthy source for the ROM file. I debated trying to hunt down the disc myself and rip the ROM myself just because it would be trustworthy, and it would just be cool to have the disc as like some crazy Gran Turismo fan. But from my understanding, that disc is unreasonably expensive. All right, let's see if our upgrades to the Celica help out a lot here. Sounds different. Oh. All right, let's see what she can do. Fiat Coupe Turbo Plus up front, one of my favorite Fiats. It is my favorite Fiat. The Abarth's cool and all, but that's the OG like cool Fiat in my opinion. Also just love 5 cylinders. More so Audis, but Fiat's is pretty cool too. They're still hanging on way too much for my comfort. Even with the extra power we have now, which is kind of interesting. I figured I'd have a decent shot of running away with this. I wonder if someone's released just the Spec 2 mod in its full ROM state, so you don't have to hunt down the online public beta ROM file for that. All right, we're in the lead here going to lap 2, but they are closing the door on me very quickly, which doesn't give me a whole lot of hope to win this one right now. The FTO managed to squeak by. Let's see if we can get back around him. Come on. Just gonna be a little bit of a jerk. Yeah, there we go. Had to play a little dirty, but got it. All right, let's get out of this and move on to the next race. I think I might need a little bit more power for that too, honestly. We'll see. I definitely think it's time to go get that turbo upgrade. I probably should save at some point because it's been a while. I haven't saved at all, and I would hate for something to happen and lose all my progress right now. Now that I spoke that into existence, it's probably going to happen, but I'll save after Red Rock. Let's go and get that turbo upgrade for this beast. We'll just go straight to that. I think that'll help out a lot. That stage 1 turbo kit should do wonders. 280 horsepower. Should be plenty to start taking some good dubs here. I don't know how much wheels cost because I kind of want to get some wheels for this car, but we'll worry about that later. I am going to revisit it. I taught this earlier on in the stream, but I'm going to try to revisit the idea of getting this game working on real hardware because my PS2 is now region-free modded and is able to run reproduction PS1 games. So that'll be sick. I actually do want to try that out. Pretty much with the Mechapone mod, you can either region-free it and then allow it to play repro PS1 games, or you can region-free it and have it play repro PS2 games, but not PS1 games at all. And I opted just to have it where I can't play repro PS2 games, but I can play repro PS1. So, because that is how I play PS1 games right now if I'm not playing it on an emulator. I think it'd be kind of cool to get this game working on real hardware. I think it is possible, especially because I was able to get the disc I have was able to boot on DuckStation like a regular PS1 disc. So definitely gonna try it with real hardware at some point, and I'll do a video on that whenever I get around to doing that. See, now with that upgraded turbo, we out of here. But now I can't corner. Big drifts. Okay, I'm facing the wrong way now. Love that. I have an old PS2. I'm just missing the power cord, HDMI converter, and controller. I still have my PS2 Slim that I had as a kid. The laser, I'm pretty sure, is finally starting to give. But I love it, and I will never get rid of it. Like, that is a huge part of my childhood that I will hang on for the rest of my life. And that's one of those things. If it breaks, I'll buy one that doesn't have like a. I'll buy one that has like a busted disk drive or something. I rip the motherboard out of it and keep using that one until, you know, I'm dead. Like, I love that thing. I still play it periodically. I mean, I do a lot of my gaming now when it comes to PS2 on my Steam Deck with emulation, but sometimes nothing beats playing it on real hardware. Just some games, I love them on real hardware. Tourist Trophy being one of them, which is, if you're not familiar, some of you guys who are watching this archive might not be familiar. I'm sure Paco is well aware of Tourist Trophy. It's just GT4 motorcycles, but on emulation, it runs like crap. So that's a game I will play on real hardware. My cousin stole my OG PS2. I missed that brick. We had one of those too for a while. They kept breaking. So we moved to a Slim, and then we broke the first Slim, and then we have the one that I currently own now when I was about 6. Not too long. Dang, I went off in that same corner. Didn't spin out this time. Yeah, Tourist Trophy was fun. I'm not even a bike guy. I'm a car guy through and through. I have no interest in owning a motorcycle, but I love Tourist Trophy. That is a fun game. Getting hit maneuvered over here. See, on my Instagram story when I posted this, my close friend story, on my personal Instagram, I posted the snippet of that Corvette from the Rolex this year, flipping off the BMW driver. And I was like, I really don't have to recreate this, but I might have to for that little yellow Audi S3, I believe. All right, last corner. We've got a pretty solid advantage here. I'm just going to hope they aren't fast enough to reel me back in, which it looks like I have just enough power to pull away very slowly. And that's a dub. If you've never tried it, the Ride series is super fun too. I'm not a bike guy, but that game is super fun. I thought about getting it. I think it's the Switch. It pops up for sale on sometimes. I just don't think that'd be a game I'd enjoy on the Switch. Mortal Kombat 11 has kind of scared me on Switch games, like ports of Switch games. I'm gonna go ahead and save because I need to. It may not be. I don't know exactly what I'm thinking of. Is it the Switch? Or is it? I don't think it's on PS. It's got to be on PS5. Wasn't it made by the same developers that did Drive Club back in the day? All right, we've taken now every Sunday Cup race, so we just have like a couple races in Clubman we can do. We'll see how this goes. I do not expect this to go well. This race, you kind of these guys are fast. Drive Club was good. I'm not an arcade guy, like arcade racer anymore. Like I've kind of gotten more at home with the more hardcore sims. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, GT7's not a sim." It is. It's just definitely more forgiving than some of the other ones. But I loved Drive Club. I thought that was a baller game back in the day, like back on PS4. I loved it. All right, heading up the hill here in Rome. It's just the resort circuit, which I don't think we got again after this. Granted, this layout of Rome died, I believe, in GT4. If it was in GT4, I know it was in GT3. Because it's one of my favorite tracks in GT3. I love this I love the original Rome circuit. Again, I wish the developers were here in the chat, which they, like I said, they have been from time to time. Because I'd love to ask if they put Rome Knight in the game finally. New Speed Underground 2 and Carbon are my favorites. Also, my crazy with the songs changed for A-Spec. They did. You might have heard earlier, Fueled by Metallica is now part of the in-game music, the rotation. I loved Underground 2 as well. That was my kind of gateway into Need for Speed. I had Underground 1 and Underground 2. I missed out on Most Wanted when it was new. And the version of Carbon I didn't have Carbon on PlayStation. I had it on GBA. I had it on this city on GBA. And despite the fact that it was a Need for Speed game on Game Boy, holy voice crack, it was so good. I loved it. I loved it. Even if the brain scans at the beginning of the game freaked me out so bad, my mom, like, if I remember correctly, I don't remember if she called the store or if she got a direct line to the developers. But she called about it. Because I was young. I was maybe 6 or 7 when I got Carbon on GBA. I think I was 6. No, I was probably 7 because I'm trying to think of the timeline. I think Carbon came out like 2000s. I don't know when it came out, honestly. Because it's like, why would it? Well, it was it on DS? I know Pro Street was, because I had it and I loved it on DS. But I remember I had Carbon on GBA, and I swear they did not release it on DS. Whatever year Carbon was released, I was a year older. That's how I remember. I was born in 1999. That's how I remember things. It's like if something was built, if something was created in like 2006, I knew I was 7. Like, I think we only got one race left we can do before I need to start chasing the license tests. So we'll work on that next. Got Grindelwald. This is a track that I'm not really familiar with outside of this game because I think it was only in this game. All right. Let's see what we can do here. I believe when I did the video on this game, and it was still in pre-development, or still in development, I guess. Not pre-development, but in development. I think I drove the 840 Ci LM here. How do these guys do that? Like, put the throttles fast. Speaking of Fueled by Metallica, I spoke into existence. I got an MR2 convertible. Is this a Mercedes at the front here? Come on. Don't be bumping me like that, little turd. I don't quite know what this little grayish-blue mid-engine car is off the top of my head. All right, we're just 3 wide here. Whatever it is, it's kind of quick because he's able to get a little ahead of me here. I was hoping they would code out the bug that causes the songs to repeat. Maybe next time. Yeah, that was actually kind of annoying when I played GT2 Plus. Is that I had it like one stretch, I think towards the end of the game, where it was just the same song every race. This is the second time I've heard Fuel in the last few minutes. Joke's on them, I actually kind of like this song. When it comes to Metallica, like I used to listen to Metallica a lot as a kid. I don't quite as much anymore. I knew they were going to do that. I knew that car was following me, and I was like, if I cut it close to the wall, they're going to hit it. I remember being 5 doing the Seattle Endurance, heard Super Bon Bon enough for one lifetime. Shoot, I was born the year this game came out in the U.S. Or in general. I think 1999 was its worldwide release year. I was scared to do the endurance race as a kid. Now I love them. Anytime I get on GT7, I'm usually doing an hour-long endurance or a 30-minute-long endurance or whatever. First thing. That's what I did earlier. I did a 1-hour race in the Nürburgring with 700 performance point road cars. AI, of course, because ain't nobody joining that in public lobbies. No one's got the attention span for that like I do for some reason. I say that, it's mostly like the little kids who are getting home from school and playing or something like that. Same ones that'll punch you off track. Hard on the brakes. Come on. Man, we slid way off there. That is probably going to end our race here, honestly. But I'm going to keep trying, because I can bring it back, I think. Oh, boy. Not good. Well, dang. That maneuver right there might have just cost us there. Come on, come on, come on. We're closing in on them. Not enough. Okay. Well, that worked out for him, I guess. Not for me. That latter half of the race kind of botched me. We might be able to add some power. I don't know if it needs any more power, though. Or I just need some handling stuff. Might need to be... goodness. I'll get there. Might be time to get some tires. Back in the Forza 4 days, I was obsessed with doing the ring with the 787B. I got in the top 200 for lap time and quit playing. I get that. I got into the top 5 in Forza 7 around Road Atlanta in X Class with the 919 hybrid, and stopped playing Forza 7 after that. I went back to Gran Turismo at that point. I think that was around the time GT7 launched, when that happened. Maybe a couple weeks before GT7 launched. All right, let's throw on some upgraded tires. I think that might be our next move with this car. Let's see. We'll do sport. Let's see. We'll start off with sport. I'm not going to jump straight to racing tires just yet. Let's see. And we'll see what kind of suspension kits can we do. Don't want to do anything too crazy. We can do... Can't do the semi-racing yet. We'll just go with the sport kit. That should help out a lot on that front as well. And then, because we've got the cash left over, we'll go ahead and throw the ECU tune on this car. I guess just ECU upgrade. That'll get us about extra 5 horsepower, so every little bit helps. Let's see if we can get some wheels for this thing. We'll do raise. See how much they'll ruin me cash-wise. Yeah, it looks like they're not going to be affordable. I'm going to need to wait. I'm not really feeling white TEs on this car, not in red. If they had like regular, like silver TEs, I might not be too butthurt, but they're all white. So, but the TE was going to be what I wanted to put on this car. Alright. Back to the races. We should be able to win that Grindelwald race pretty easily now. At least I hope. And then we'll go get the B license, because that's obviously what we're going to need next. One thing I'd like to see someone do is mod modern cars in the GT2. That would be kind of sweet. The reason A-Spec doesn't do that is they made it very clear they tried to keep everything kind of period correct and kind of wanted to stick with cars from this era, which is kind of cool. I like that about it, that they did that. They stuck to, you know, cars that were built during the era. But, you know, man, you know how cool it would be to have, like, I don't know, like a Mark 8 GTI modded into this? Like, that's honestly my dream game, would be to bring something of the Gran Turismo 3 era, but with modern cars. Like Gran Turismo 3's graphics. Is that Beastie Boys? That is. This stream is going to get copyright claims so fast, but it's fine. This channel doesn't make me any money. Now, see, I didn't know that was in the game. Holy crap, this car drives so much grippier now. I was not ready for that. It's the censored version of Sabotage. That's something. I mean, I prefer this over the original soundtrack, which, I mean, the original soundtrack was fine. Granted, really the only songs I really cared for in the original soundtrack was the Rob Zombie stuff, and obviously the my favorite game, the Cardigans. There it is. I'm about to call them the Carltons. Oh yeah, much better. I'm curious if this car has a racing modification. I didn't look. I'd assume it does. No. That backfired. Apparently still don't have quite enough power. I like quite a few songs from both. My favorite game is a fantastic song. I tried to learn how to play it on guitar back when I was actually like playing regularly. I don't think I ever got it down. What's it, the other Cardigan song? I think there was 2 Cardigan songs in this game. I think it was the other one I tried learning how to play. I just can't remember the title off the top of my head. It is so weird, though, to hear a BC Boys song in a Gran Turismo game, because that never happened. Metallica, for that matter, either, honestly. But I always thought Never Enough by Papa Roach was like the most metal song I could have added to this stuff. I've been looking at getting a new car. My sister has a 7.5 GTI, and her boyfriend has an 8R. Got good taste. You need to get you one. I've been trying to put people on the new Jetta GLIs, the Mark 7 Jetta GLIs. If you get the Autobahn trim with the DSG, you get remote start, heated and ventilated seats. Like, it's such a good package. And I kick myself almost every day for not getting a GLI, because those features would be so nice to have. I love the hatchback and I love the Golf, but, like, man, would those features be nice to have. And the Jettas are not much more expensive than the Golfs, if not cheaper in most cases. I know a new fully loaded GLI now is still like cheaper than, I think, the SE trim Mark 8 GTI. This still has the older engine like what's in the Mark 7s. For some reason they would not give it the new engine. I get on my high horse about that stuff though. I'm a nerd when it comes to VW, especially the newer stuff. I love mine though. I always tell people, like, they're really not bad cars. And everyone's like, oh, German cars suck. They're so unreliable. Mine's treating me really good. I've looked at the GLI now so many times. If I'm getting one, I'm doing the APR Plus. APR is good. Only dilemma with APR is that they seem to have a nasty habit, at least on the more aggressive tunes. APR Plus is probably so minor, it's probably not going to do anything. But like APR's like stage 2 stuff blew up some cars back in the early days of the Mark 7. But their APR Plus stuff's really solid. I would do the APR Plus if I was gonna get one tuned by them. I thought about getting their turbo upgrade for mine when I was looking at upgraded turbos, but I decided against it. So there's a lightweight K Cup, but I don't know if this car will be eligible. I think it makes too much power. 147 horsepower is wild for a K car, though. I think that's the only races we can do at the moment. So I think we are... Oops. I've noticed I haven't got a prize car yet. Did they get rid of prize cars or something? Because I thought for sure I would have gotten one by now. 5 races into the game. Like, I guess it's time to go chase some license tests, though. Oh man, I made a whole video during the Plus series of getting license tests, or is it? It was actually the prize car only run, Gran Turismo 3. I did that. Has this always been the song for license tests? Sounds just like GT4's. Or is GT4 a remix of this? Anyway, we're in the Vitz, the Yaris as it was sold here in the US. Actually, it wasn't actually sold as the Yaris here, it was the Echo. But it was not sold in hatchback form. 0 to 60 in... maybe... forever at some point? Yes. 0 to 60 is yes. 14 seconds. Heck yeah. That is something. And it's so weird that this is like the full 1,000 meters because like in GT3 I think it was 400 or 800 meters with the Beetle. Gosh, this car is so slow. See, I don't know this song, so I can't tell you on that one. Oh, please tell me I'm going to overshoot that first try. Ah, bronze. I don't care. I don't really care about getting all golds or anything right now. I'm just going to put JSR for now. Alright, now in the Fiat Coupe. Whatever it is. I've heard it called both. Well, obviously I'm American, so we say coupe, but... Oh, it would help if I would hit the right button. Hey, and Metallica's back. Third time tonight. I love this car. I love the Coupe Turbo Plus, Coupe Turbo Plus, whatever. I had to look up this one up the other day. I think it's called Insomnia. I don't remember ever hearing this on the radio. Yeah, I don't recognize it either. Like I said, I don't know it. I'm probably gonna overshoot it. Yep. Yep. Dang. I need to brake a little bit earlier for that one. Need to Shazam it. Maybe that would help me out here. I love Shazam. That's been a game changer, and I'm like, oh, I like this song. The Fiat is nice, though. I don't know. This is the coolest Fiat to me. Come on, car. I don't know if this will get copyright claim too bad because the GT2 Plus videos didn't. There's a couple. Oh, we got silver. Nice. Heck yeah. One thing I don't like about the Turbo Plus is the freaking wheels. I hate the wheels. Alright, the R34 GTR. Is this the same test again? I think it is. Man, 3 out of 8. Wish Mazda would bring the Mazda Speed back. I love my Speed 3. One of my buddies, my best buddy since middle school, has a Speed 3. It's been through 2 engines, but it's such a fun car. I hate driving it though because this clutch is like, it's one of those you have to like rev it up to like 2,500 for it to even move, and you have to like feather the clutch super hard. But it's got a B&R S4 turbo. It's got a 4-inch downpipe from Cork Sport, I believe. I'm trying to think what else he has done to it off the top of my head. Dang, just missed out on gold. Uh, it's a super sweet car though. He won't admit it. My GTI is faster, but um, but it's such a good car. I mean, if I wasn't so scared about popping motors in them, because I mean, it's not the first one I've seen lose a motor, I would have gotten one. I would have gotten one. I wanted a 2013 tech package car so bad, push button with all the nice gizmos and gadgets, but didn't do it. I wound up going with the Mark 7. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I also have a BNRS4. I still have mine, but it doesn't really run right anymore. Yeah, like I said, speeds are like they're temperamental. They're very like from what my experience of them are, such great cars, such fantastic cars. But it's like they're not. I don't know if they're quite Subaru bad. On my first engine, be right around 400 at the wheel before my engine went. I have a 2013 Tech. Yeah, you have exactly what I wanted when I was looking at speeds. My Mark 7 makes right around 400 wheel horsepower now. I'm trying to get it a little bit spicier in the tune, but my tuner is being whack and won't respond to my emails. So I need a little bit extra grunt. But my turbo is pretty much the Volkswagen equivalent of a BNRS4. It's about the same size. I looked it up. The compressor wheel is identical. I think the only difference is the turbine, because I think the BNR is based on the KO4 and the turbo I have is based on the Golf R's IS38. So I think that's where the two differ. But I think the compressors are almost probably the same compressor, honestly, between the two turbos, the BNR and what I have in my car. But they're such fun cars. They do torque steer real bad though. I won't lie. The first time I ever drove his, back when it was stock, I was like, oh my goodness, the torque steer. All right, I think this is 3 laps. I remember this one giving me grief back in the day. My tuner for my speed was a close friend. He stopped tuning, so I lost interest in even pursuing fixing it. We've got a local speed tuner here in Georgia that is really good. I don't know if they do remote, but if for some odd reason you ever find yourself in Georgia, they're good. What are they called? I forget. Oh, man, I wish I remembered what they were called. I'd have to ask my buddy. He remembers, but yeah, he's got stuff together to do a built motor in his. He's not good. I've always said when he dies, he's getting buried in that thing. He loves his. My finger slipped. And Metallica's back again. The Demio. There was like an actual race series. It's not Purple Drank. I can't remember what it's called. It's oh man, I wish I remembered the name of it. But they started off with Hondas, and then now they tune speeds as well, and Subarus, I believe. I was gonna go there to use their dyno. I was gonna reach out to them and ask about using their dyno for my Mark 7 when I first got the turbo done. But I also live conveniently really close to Z1 Motorsports as well, so I might go with them if I need to go do anything with a dyno, just to use a dyno. Obviously, don't tune my car, but one of my buddies works with them too, so it's handy. But I wish I remembered the name of the shop. The GOAT of front-wheel drive Hondas. And Metallica's back again. It loves this song. Maybe that bug is still there. Come on, give me that goal time. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Dang it. Close. I really wish I remember what that tuner's name is in Georgia. I swear it's like something motorsports. I just can't remember what the something is. All right, we're back in the Integra again. Let's see what's next. I'm banging limiter right off the rip. It's kind of cool that this game, they actually made custom maps for the license tests. You know, it's not something they did with 3, or any of the later games for that matter. So, I mean, completely unique maps for each license test. It's like really cool. I love that. I think we just got a couple more tests. I think, is this a 10 test or is this more? It is a 10 test. All right, we're in the Ford Cougar. I think it was sold as a Mercury here. If I remember correctly, it sucked too. It's front-wheel drive, bruh. That always killed me. That when the American manufacturers like, let's put V6s and V8s in front-wheel drive cars. The Cadillac Alante, like, what was that? Let's put a North Star V8, make it front-wheel drive. The Impala SS in the mid-2000s. The Monte Carlo SS, when they both had the 5.3 LS4s in them, and they were like front-wheel drive. Why did they do that? I think it was a Pontiac as well. I think there was a Pontiac. Like I think it was it the Grand Prix GXP or was it GXP GTP? I think GTP was supercharged. I think that was a 3800 car. Dude, the Impala was such a mess. I could not stand that they did that. Like, and I'm not a big fan of the big body stuff. But like, what was that? They wanted to build a car that would like loosely compete with like the E55 AMG and stuff like that, with like that class of sedan. They're like, let's put an LS in some front-wheel drive to compete against the E55 AMG or the E63 or, you know, the I guess it would be the E60 M5 around that time. Like, it was just that was never destined to be successful. I'd still buy one because it's weird, but if I'm gonna get an SS car from that era, it's gonna be a Cobalt because I'm, you know, the Camaro didn't exist and all the SS cars at the time were front-wheel drive. All right. Do my maintenance save. Just kind of checking on all my medias and such. All right, we're ready to continue. All right, we've got the B license. That should unlock some more stuff for us to do. Finish my drink. There we go. Luckily, I still have a giant tumbler full of water. I'll just finish my drink from dinner. Question is, do we go ahead and do the A license? Go ahead and knock that out. Part of me wants to. We'll worry about that later. We'll just do all the races first, then we'll go back. Because I don't want this to be like a ton of license tests either. Because that unlocks a decent bit. Of course, though, we're going to need to do the A license anyway to do a 4-wheel drive challenge. It looks like I'm going to be kind of stuck on that front. But let's go ahead and knock out this Rome race. I looked at GR86s a few times, too, or like the way the Hakone ones. Is it Hakone? Hakone ones look. I like them, too. I really wanted the... I looked into them, too, when I was looking at for a new car. Only thing is I wanted something with some power. I was coming from a Ford Explorer. So I wanted something with some grunt. And the GR86, I mean, it's better than the original 86 was, but I wanted something with a bit more power, and they just don't seem to be the go-to car for power, but they are great cars. Oh man, the B5 S4. If you guys watched my Plus playthrough, y'all knew how much of a nightmare that car was, but I loved it to death. I have a lot of interest in owning a B5 one day. I don't know if it'll be like a full S4 with the 2.7, but I'd love to do one of those crazy VR6 turbo B5 builds. If I don't do a Audi A3 with the VR6 from the factory, that might be what I do, is get a B5 A4 with a manual and then gut the 1.8 out of it and throw like a 2.8 with a turbo. I think I came in a little hot there for that corner. Dang. That Jag's got some punch. I'm gonna see if I can close the door a little bit here. Ah, come on. I thought for sure 280 horsepower in this thing would be enough to help me out a little bit here. Apparently not, though. I'm getting passed. Oh man, that car just dive bombed me. Oh, 96 Quite Bitter Beings. I did not hear that song for the first time until Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. And I played that again recently, too, on emulation. And, nah, I had that song stuck in my head for a few days after that. I haven't seen the music video for it, though. I didn't know that they had a B5 in it. I'm trying to remember what the first time I saw a B5 was. Probably just in traffic somewhere. Probably not the S4, but... Is that a Ferrari? Is that an F355? Or is that a Lotus Esprit? I really can't tell. The front end screams Ferrari. And I see the yellow badge on the hood. Why am I seeing F355s this early in the game? No wonder I'm getting a hard time out here. Like, I meant to the button to downshift, not the look back, but it worked out. Oh man, this is gonna be close. Oh man, that might have screwed me a little bit there. No, 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 come on. That's jank. Oh, that sucks. Ryan Dunn was in there, Van Mardra, and Rake Yan. That's a stacked lineup. Dang, that was an F355. Shoot, I don't know what to do about that, honestly, but we have a decent bit of money at least now, so we can, I guess, throw some more power at it. Because they blow me out of the water in the straights. That seems to be where this car struggles, is on the straights. So I need to do something, add a little bit more power. Man, that sucks though. Led into the last corner, and then I try to be someone cool and block that inside line, only for it to backfire horribly. All right. To the tune shot. Let's see. I'm probably going to do the intercooler next. And then maybe the racing muffler. Should get us over 300 horsepower there. That's good. So we got 5,600 credits left. Should be able to get the racing exhaust at this point. That should give us a tiny bit more power. Yep, just enough. Have a good rest of your stream. I'll catch you next time. All right, man. Be careful. Be safe. See you next time. All right, let's see. 600 credits. There's nothing I can do. Ain't no way. I don't want to see if this does have a racing modification, though. Ah, it's the rally car. Interesting. Alright. We're going to go skedaddle to our next race here. So something I talked about in the video I uploaded today, which it's nice to finally be uploading videos again here. And we're going to have daily uploads for a couple days. For those that are watching this, y'all get a little bit of a sneak hint at that. We'll have a daily uploads for a couple days. I got a new sim set up, and I'm really excited for it. I won't say much about it here, just because I don't know how many people will be watching all the content on this stuff. I'm going to undo an unboxing video once it shows up, but I spent way too much money on this stuff, on this setup. But I just felt it was finally time. I'm getting married in a few months. I figured it might be a good time to get something new that I'll enjoy, and, you know, I have the money to do it right now. In 8-9 months, I won't be able to do this anymore. I'll be having a household provide for, so that'll take a lot of time away from gonna do this. All right, we are racing once again at Rome. Got about 20 more horsepower, and that TVR is still pulling away like nothing. We have an R32 GTR out here as well now. They have really cranked the difficulty up. The Lancia Delta's out here, and a Ferrari leading the way. Oops. Ruined his day. Man, the Ferrari's still crushing me in the fast bits. Well, I just crushed him into a wall, so whoops. Man, I was really hoping we could squeeze a little more power out of this car with those mods. Enough to stay ahead. Apparently that was wishful thinking here. No effort. Wow. Dude passed me with no effort. I'm being dive bombed by the R32. And there goes the TBR. I feel like this is way harder than the original game, or Plus for that matter. I mean, this car makes 300 horsepower and I'm getting shoved around like it's nothing. I am falling into last. I don't get it. This car makes way more power. It makes about 20 or 30 horsepower more than it did. It's on pretty solid tires, and yet I'm getting walked out here. Got to resort to dirty driving to even win this. That's crazy. Oh man, we're ahead at the straight, but that doesn't mean anything. This race is unnecessarily hard. Like, what the heck was that? Swung it too wide. They're probably gonna get right back around me here. Gotta play dirty. Man. I feel like I had to steal that one. I did not enjoy that. Alright. 7 grand in the bank. No prize cars still. That is weird. I almost want to know if A-Spec removed prize cars, because I haven't gotten a single one this entire time. Alright, so I guess we gotta get the 4-wheel drive challenge done next. Oh, this car makes too much power for all 3 of those. Alright, I guess we're going to get the A license next. I thought they added some stuff here. Like the wind. That's new. I think that was in here originally. Roam 2 hours. It's kind of cool. Midfield 300 kilometers. I think those are both new. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to go to the license center. Alright, let's get this done. All right, in the V-Spec R32 GTR. See what she can do. Hold on. What am I doing here? Oh, that worked out. I didn't pay attention to what we were supposed to do here. Almost got gold on that. Darn. All right. Next up, the Subaru Legacy. This is the same thing. I wasn't paying attention. I don't think it is. There's a corner. Oh. Oh, I did have to stop. I was like, oh man, easy gold, and then I just drive right through the break point, the goal line, I guess. Whoops. Okay, well now I know what I'm doing. I was like, oh man, this is easy. Well, I'm gonna get a gold on this. All right, 500 meters. That botched me a little bit. I still got gold, or not gold, bronze. I braked a little early. I thought those brakes were not going to be as good as they were. All right, on to A3, cornering a front-wheel drive car. Got to do this in real life a little while ago. Did some autocross with my GTI I have. Managed to throw the back end out. Very terrifying to drift a front-wheel drive car. Oh man, that was pretty rough. Is that gonna be enough to even qualify, like get a decent medal? Ah, silver. Probably could have gotten gold on it if I didn't slide so much there. Front or rear-wheel drive now. RS200 Altezza. I actually love the Altezza. It's one of my favorite, like early 2000s JDM stuff. I wanted an IS300 for my first car so bad. What does the RS200 have? I know it has a pretty, like, cool 4-cylinder in it. Dang, almost got gold. Intermediate cornering with a front-wheel drive car. I assume it's probably going to be the Integra again. It is. Not really hunting down golds or anything. I know there's prize cars in the game. I'm just like trying to figure out what's going on because I just remembered I was on their website yesterday, just kind of perusing while I was downloading the mod to patch it, and there was like certain cars you had to win through endurance races. All the F1 cars actually. Oh man, I don't know if this is gonna be a pass. Okay, that slide kind of screwed me over a little bit. All right, going to S corners. $3,000 GT. Okay, I can get down with this. Don't know if second gear was quite necessary there. I probably could have stayed in third. Fire out of here. Oh, wow. 25 flats. That's crazy. I gotta take a picture of that. That's wild. Right on the nose. Right on the 1,000th. Alright. Gonna take a brief intermission, and by that I mean really brief. I will be right back. Alright, I am back. Sorry for the delay there, had to use the restroom. But yeah. Alright, let's move on. Got test 8 next. I know some of you guys probably waiting on me to finish Forza 4. We're going to get to that, but I think y'all have waited for this game. This is what y'all wanted to see the most. So, you guys are going to get this first. I mean, there's nothing saying I can't do both. Ah, crap. Botch that. Maybe at some point I'll bring it back. I need to actually boot my 360 up because I actually haven't updated it since they shut down the Xbox store on it. I wish there were more games that the 360 was backwards compatible with that I would play. Because I thought about getting Modelista the Capcom developed racing game with the kind of like anime style art style. That's on my radar. Games I want to get. I wish I could get the Japanese version of the better physics, but with like an English patch. Don't think that exists. Or just, I guess, the US game with Japanese physics. I think the US version had more cars anyway. That game is like impossible to find. I was curious how it was going to react to that. All right, let's see here. Man, I came in way too out there. I knew I braked way too late. All right, I'll get this one eventually. I'm botching it hard right now, but we'll be fine. Oh, so now I don't get DQ'd for that. All right. Last A10 test. I assume it's the same test with the Supra. All right, let's see what we got here. Supra will be a little bit harder to control through here because I can't power out quite as easily. $360? See, and I can't like gradually apply throttle like I would in any other racing game because this game doesn't support really the analog triggers for that kind of stuff. I mean, it might. Haven't tried it. Probably could, honestly. Well, I don't know, because PS1 didn't have analog triggers. I don't even think they're pressure sensitive like they are on a PS2. The only way to modulate throttle would be to use analog sticks. And I hate driving with analog sticks. I did it with Midnight Club LA, and I couldn't stand it. All right, we're going to go ahead and save again. I'm probably going to keep streaming till about 10 p.m. Eastern, so about a little north of 30 minutes. About 35 minutes. So we're going to keep this going. I'm having a blast. Of course, doing these longer streams means I'm going to finish the game faster. But I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I'm not trying to speedrun the game or anything, so... It seemed like changing the bitrate really helped. Alright, let's see what else we can do now. I think that unlocked the 4-wheel drive challenge. At least one race of it, which is all I can do right now because I don't have another car. We make a little bit under the power for this. We're going to see if we can be competitive, at least, as long as we don't get freaking crapped on by these guys. Seattle short course. Should be hopefully relatively painless. Alright, let's ride. These look like cars that should have a decent shot against, but if they all make 345, then I don't have a shot at this. Subaru Legacy just ahead. I think that's another GT4 right here. I saw the Audi here. The question is, it is an S3. I see the badge on the back. The Pulsar, my starter car from the last game, my last run of this game. And its plus variant. Being sandwiched. Of course, the way I like it, an Audi in their lead, but I'm just not driving it. The Seattle Kingdome there. RIP the Kingdome. Even though I'm pretty sure the Kingdome was demolished before I was born. Honestly, like the short layout. Homicidal AI. Trying to think what the pit lane was even for, because I don't know. Did this game have tire wear? I thought that was like a GT3 thing. All right, on a lap 2. This thing is fun. I like this car. Obviously, the Supra would have been more powerful, but I love the turbo all-wheel drive stuff as my starter cars in these games. Of course, the Evo is my go-to starter in GT4, and is actually going to beat GT2 Plus with. Don't quite think we'll have that luck with this car. This is definitely not a car I'm going to take to the end of the game. I clipped that inside wall a little bit, but it's fine. We have just enough steam to win this one. Heck yeah. It was a Protege. That wasn't a Pulsar. Huh. Fooled me. You know, I still put wheels on this car. Oh, finally, a prize car. I was like, does this game just flat out not have them anymore? Let's see what we got. I'm actually kind of curious. All right. I'm going to hope it's something front-wheel drive so I can take it to the front-wheel drive challenge. Judging by the place that I got it from, I'm going to highly doubt it. Let's see. The Legacy Wagon. I think this is just normal. I don't want this. I mean, the yellow wagon's a cool touch. I think that's an exclusive color, but what am I going to do with this? Like, that didn't give me much money. Shoot, is this about to turn into a grind fest? Am I able to do any of these yet? No, not really. You can do the A one, the A license ones. Is there a power restriction? 147 horsepower. Yeah, right. Okay, well that definitely throws a curveball here. Can't do any of these until I finish the other ones. Whoa, F1 championship. Okay, that's cool. I forgot that they added all the F1 cars in the game, which are actually, I think all of them are prize cars from the Endurance League, so maybe once I get some of these, we'll do some of these endurance stuff, because I'd love to have some of the F1 cars in this era. Don't think I can do rally yet. Oops, I hit a button. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Accidentally hit the Xbox button on my controller, and it opened up the little game bar. Shoot. This has now become difficult. I mean, you can try this. I'm like way underpowered for this, and I'm not in a luxury sedan, but I'm trying to do as much as I can, considering this seems a lot more grind heavy than it used to be. They definitely it definitely seems like they've increased the difficulty, which is, I mean, is good, but at the same time, it's like now it's more of a grind fest of a game. Or maybe I just need to get good. Outlunch all of these guys. But the thing said 394 horsepower. We're underpowered as mess for this race. And that B5 at the front is probably going to be commanding this race. Rome is kind of a fast track. I won't have to play dirty with this like I did with the Ferrari. This I'm assuming this S4 are gonna be fighting. Time to exact revenge for all the understeering issues I had in Plus. And I botched it myself. We can close the door a little bit here on the S4. Probably not going to be able to do much, but I'm going to try. Couldn't quite close the door on him there. See if I can close in. I need some luck here because that S4 is way faster than me. Am I pulling away from them? I think I am. Ever so slightly. I think that you can hit the curbs. It's a lot more forgiving in this game on the curbs. We are slowly catching up, but I probably just botched a little bit there. All right, we got the lead. Let's see if I can hold it. That S4 is really fast, but he just lost a ton of pace out of nowhere. That was so bad. I know I can hang ahead of these others. It's the S4 that I genuinely think I'm going to struggle with here. That's better. I think that's a Jag behind me. Center last corner, that was really slow. Oh boy. I'm gonna play a little dirty again. Might not need it though. I think I might have just enough power to get away. Oh, barely. Whew. I didn't think I had that one. Okay. Another 5K and another prize car. Awesome. All right, let's see what we got. Curious, this is gonna be another like car I don't really care for. Is this gonna be something that's new? It's a A-Spec. It's nice that I'm actually starting to see some prize cars. I was kind of concerned a little bit there. We got the Accord Type R. I think that was also in GT Plus, so I don't think it's anything too special. It is front-wheel drive, though. I can do the front-wheel drive challenge now, so we'll make use of it. We'll make a little bit of use of it, and then I'll probably sell it later. Let's see if there's a regulation limit on that front-wheel drive challenge race that this car meets, because I would like to use it for that if I can. The FF challenge. Oh, cool. We were eligible for this regardless. So we'll go to Tahiti Road first. We'll handle that one. Hopefully we can handle it. That's a substantial bit over, but it's the same gap we had with the Celica just now, so should be fine. Here we go. Wow, that Insight got off to a really slow start there at the front. I think that's a A-Spec car. We are ahead with a stock Accord Type R. This might be an A-Spec car. I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna have to go look on their website and see. Because maybe I'm wrong and I'm thinking of a different Accord. Maybe it's the Mugen Accord that I'm thinking of. Come on, Accord. We got a substantial lead right now. See how it does around the final corner here. Does just fine. Just kind of curious if this car was going to oversteer almost into the pit lane. But it drives really good. This third gear is tall. Just shredded that corner. That was good. The gearing is really long. Is this like meant to be a 4-speed, like a 4-speed automatic car or something like that? Because the gearing is almost too long, like too tall. The fact I'm hitting over 80 miles an hour in second gear. Oh, the Civic's trying to pull a fast one on me. Same is though, he can't pull a fast. I pull a fast one right back on him. And that is a dub. It's a 5-speed. What's the gearing so tall for then? Or do these have a 5-speed auto? That knocks that out. See, do we get a prize card for this one too? We do. Awesome. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, man. All right, so I don't think we'll be able to do the A license race with the car in its current state. We'll probably have to mod it, which is fine. Not really upset about that. Oh, speaking of the Mugen Accord, there it is. So it makes less power. Weighs 2,800 pounds. What does the Type R Accord weigh? Weighs 2,900 pounds, but makes 207 horsepower. See, like the Mugen weighs like only mildly less, but I'm like 90% sure this is a car that was added in A-Spec. I'm actually gonna pull up their site because I'm actually curious now if this is a car that was a part of A-Spec from the beginning, like a part of GT2 from the beginning, or if this is a actual member of A-Spec. Okay, so I'm looking on their site. It looks like the only 3 cars that were added from Honda was an NSX, the RA099, and the Insight, which I believe the RA099 is it's an F1 car. So yeah, definitely not the Accord Type R. So I'm like torn here, because I prefer the Mugen. But out of the box, the Type R is faster. I had assumed. Honestly, they might be pretty close. I mean, there is a slight difference in weight, and the Type R is worth more money. I can sell it and make more money and put more money into the Mugen. That's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna use the Mugen, sell the Type R for 10K, and then mod the Mugen to make more power. Because I'll have almost 40K at that point. I might regret that decision later. Alright, let's go to the tune shop. See if we can turbo the Accord first. I think that would be a nice thing to do. And you can't. Darn. Okay, well. Shoot, that was my first choice. Alright, let's go ahead and throw an exhaust on it then. Knock it to over 200 horsepower. Makes as much power as the Type R did now. I need to get it to about... I would like to shoot around like 290 if I can. We'll do the stage 2 in a tune-up kit. Does it have a displacement option? Doesn't look like it. Did it really just say no, there's no replacement for displacement? There it is. There it is. That's how you know this game is old, because that's a very old way of thinking. We can get it 16K. I'm going to do it. I might regret this because I'm not going to have the tires to go with this. But I think that getting the performance where I need it is, like the horsepower where I need it for this, is going to be really beneficial for me. Yeah. Does the Mugen have a racing modification? It does not. Okay. The Type R probably did. Alright. Let's see. Have we unlocked any of the new tuners? Does not look like it. I don't know if Mugen was... I think Mugen was previously unlocked. I think... Oh, that's kind of cool. Integra Type R. I think this Accord's probably going to be here as well. CRX Pro 2. That's kind of cool. Is that a prototype or something? That's 1 million credits. I swear we unlocked one of them here, but I don't remember. Or maybe those cars haven't been added in the game yet. I think that's more likely. Might be cars that they're planning on adding into the game, they just haven't yet. Or there's some secrets. Alright, we're set up for midfield now. Spent a lot of money to not even make it even remotely back. But... And I spent a lot of money just getting this thing to make 300 horsepower. I think it makes about as much as the Celica now. It definitely ruined my plans of saving up for the E30 M3, because that's on my radar of cars I want to get. Alright, let's see what this Mugen can do. Yeah, the tires would have been a nice upgrade, but we're now blasting into the lead here. Does look slightly different than it did in GT3. Yeah, we're cruising to a win with this one. Definitely can't corner all that good, though. I feel like that's going to be this car's biggest downfall. Through the high-speed S. Down to this hairpin. Oh, man, that transition gets me every time, especially in GT2. The gearing is so much better on the Mugen. thing I'm curious of, and again, I wish the developers were here to chat, like they sometimes are. If they've made it to where you can't use the F1 cars that are in the game in like normal race events, because I mean, obviously, it would break the game having like one of the F1 cars and then take it to a like the GT World Championships or whatever, and then just wreck house. I mean, I was able to beat this game with an Evo. I can only imagine with a F1 car how easy it would be to beat this game. Because like GT3, you can use the F1 cars for everything. I got a commanding lead here, but I'm probably going to lose it right here. Man, this thing, hated that. So little grip on the front wheels there. I assume we're probably getting the prize car after this. It seems like only the early races didn't give them to you, so I'm hoping now we'll start to see some more of them. And I think this is the first time I can safely say we've got a pretty commanding win this playthrough. That was a lengthy race. $6 grand in the bank. Let's see if we get a prize car. Curious what we're gonna get. When it loads. There we go. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else we can do here. Like, am I able to enter these with just any car? Like these drivetrain specific challenges? Or is there actually a limitation on that? Alright, we got the Tom's T111. This, I do believe, is a A-Spec car. Let's see. I'm going to pull it up on their site again. Because I have it open. Nope, just the T20. Okay. So this car is not unique to A-Spec. I'm probably going to hang on to it just because I don't really know why I would get rid of it. I mean, it's not going to get me much money. I'm curious what it actually is based on because I'm not familiar with it. Not entirely familiar with it. But I'm curious if I can sneak into some other events with this car, with either the Mugen or the Celica, honestly. Celica would be better, but on the contrary. Let's see. See if I can sneak into the FR challenge with the front wheel drive car, knowing I'll get waxed. Dang. Okay, there is a check on that. Some of these other like special events I can sneak my way into with no issue, like the convertible cup. Like, I think I made too much power. Yeah. I don't have the other licenses for that. Let's see. What about the compact cup? Nope. I think I can do that last one at Autumn Ring though. Haha! Can sneak into that one. Alright. You got me for about another 9 minutes. I'm gonna shut this down here in about 9 minutes. I mean, I've played through a lot of the game already, but it's just like I don't want to play too much of it and like do it all in one stream. I want to give you guys a few streams of this, and I think this is gonna be the one 100%. It added so much cool stuff. It's definitely not grind happy like I initially feared. Because if it were grind happy, I would have had to redo some of the earlier races. I'm still able to go and do some of these other races. Dang, did I just get passed by a Yaris and a Demio? It's been a long time since I've driven the original Autumn Ring layout. By that I mean a few months. Because I think I drove it when I did the video on a Concept 2002. Which we're also going to revisit at some point, probably live stream. All right, lap 2. Oh, the bump. Okay. All right. Guess I am going to have to recreate that clip from the Rolex 24 this year. Wow, did I just almost fall back to last place against these things? Shoot. Okay, that's not a good look. Yikes, I think I may have just choked this one away. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think maybe we got this back. Heck yeah, we brought it back. Okay, I thought that was GG's. I thought this was over. Is that a Tigra? Oh, it was a Lancia Y. Interesting. Four G's in the bank and another prize car. I'm gonna go ahead and save because I haven't saved in a minute, and we're getting close to time tonight. This has definitely been a lot of fun, I will say. I've had a lot of fun with this. As much as I love GT2 Plus, I do think this is a better mod. See what our new prize car is, and it'll probably be about time to wrap this one up. It's 9:56. I said I'd keep it going until 10. It's definitely been a lot of fun, though. I will say, like, I'm genuinely like excited to keep doing these, in particular these streams. Cooper R50. What is this? Oh. What? That's kind of cool. 128 horsepower. Pretty slow, but the equip parts menu is nice. I don't know if that was always there. Okay. Maybe that's a concept car. I don't feel like this was not in the game originally. Let's see. Pull their side up again. This is indeed a A-Spec car, which means that they wrote this. That's kind of cool. I'm curious though if this was a something they typed out or if they copied this from later games. Because the R50 and R53 and stuff were in the later games. But this is, I think, the first car we've gotten so far that is actually an A-Spec built car. Because I foregoed the GSX at the beginning of the game. So that's really cool. That's nice. I'm keeping it for that reason. Otherwise, I would sell this car. Um, I am curious what can be done to it. I think it'd be kind of cool to build this thing up a little bit. Let's just see. Let's just kind of go poke around with the tuning shop and see what can be done with it. That'll be kind of like my closing thing here. I love their website. It makes all the GT2 sound effects. You guys probably heard me checking it out a second ago. Let's poke around for a minute. Let's just see what we can do with this car. Why'd I go to North City? Tune shop. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna highly doubt we can do a whole lot, considering its concept nature. But can we turbo it? Oh, we can. That's cool. It looks like only up to about 195 horsepower, which kind of sucks, but it's kind of cool. We can mod a concept car pretty extensively. Can't do any NA tune-ups. I was just curious to see what can be done to it. It looks like a good bit. This might be a solid car to use for some like the more low power events that we need to use this for. Like the FF challenge, like the lower end FF challenge races, which I've already done. So I guess like the compact cup and stuff like that, where I need to have another low powered car, or like some of the national events. Has this got the juice? Oh, we can enter it here. You know what? I'll keep this going one more race because I actually want to drive this Mini. We'll see what it can do stock out here. Just for you guys' sake, I wanted to do something kind of cool. I wanted to actually end the stream off driving an actual A-Spec car, not just another Polyphony car. I think I'm super underpowered for this. I mean, they're K cars. What's the worst that can happen? Other than this, I believe that's a Starlet in front of me. Definitely not a Starlet. I think it's way too slow to be a Starlet. For Stop Mini, we're crushing this. So this is the concept car, not the full production R50/R53 that we got with the supercharged 4-cylinder. Which is probably one of the coolest minis. I actually really wanted a JCW when I was looking, but I couldn't afford the ones that were actually reliable. Because the R53 and the R56, I think, its successor, super unreliable cars. Super unreliable cars. Yeah, these little K cars do not have the grunt to keep up with this thing, and this thing's not even fast. I think this thing built would be kind of fun. The first like true mini, like BMW Mini. Dang, it drives good too. Like the handling is great. Ow. Okay. It's got actually absolutely creamed by these K cars. They're so slow in a straight line though. And that is a dub all day long. Too easy. That was fun. Mini is good. Oh, that was like 1997 concept car. Okay. Totally thought that was like at least 99. So I'll probably get us on the prize car as well. It did. All right, let's see what we got. And then we'll close out for real. For real this time we'll close out because I've already gone over what I said I would. Hand is itching. Eczema's definitely not enjoying me right now. The other two races in the K Cup, though, are 90-something horsepower races. I figured. I was just curious if I could get in there. Alright, let's see what our prize car is. See if this is another A-Spec car or not. It is the Mugen Beat. Okay. Interesting. Alright, let's see. That I don't feel like is an A-Spec car, but let's poke around and see. They don't even have Mugen listed on their brands. Looks like. Yeah, I think this is another just regular A-Spec car. Not regular A-Spec, regular GT2 car. We'll keep it though, just for fun. It's not worth anything anyway. So all right, I think we're safe to wrap things up for now. Got a pretty solid little garage now going. They got a Celica GT4. We have the Mugen Accord SIRT, the Tom's T111, which I'm not entirely sure what it's based off of. I'm gonna look into it. The Cooper R50 Concept from Mini, and the Mugen Beat. So yeah, got a lot of really cool stuff. Yeah, really solid lineup. I'm very happy with that. I'm gonna go save the game, and we'll be ready to close up shop for the night. This has definitely been a really fun stream. I do appreciate all of you guys for tuning in and having fun with me tonight. It's definitely been a really fun stream. We're definitely going to keep doing all these probably until we 100% the game, honestly. Probably switch this out with GT7 on streams, just because those two, that game tends to be the easiest one for me to stream. But this was really fun. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day.